Have you ever been to Kuala Lumpur or New York? Today we are going to show you the reason why Kuala Lumpur is better than New York. Which city is more modern and seen as the city of the future? What skyscrapers do both cities have? And what about the futuristic features in both cities? But the biggest question is, does the contemporary city of Kuala Lumpur has enough to beat the standard of living we have in New York City? Let's find out in this video. Kuala Lumpur is a bustling city with colonial-style buildings and glittering skyscrapers. The Petronas Twin Towers, a pair of skyscrapers with a sky bridge and observation deck, the Petaling Street flea market, and the more than 400-million-year-old Batu Caves are just a few of the well-known attractions of Malaysia's capital. The urban population's intellect was acknowledged in 2020 when Kuala Lumpur was named the World Book Capital by UNESCO. A city like Kuala Lumpur is a beacon of hope for the future, showing that it is possible to blend cosmopolitanism with spirit in the present day when people are reading fewer books than ever. Kuala Lumpur is one of the best-known cities for skyscrapers. Its soaring twin towers were once the tallest buildings in the world and have been an icon of the city, with 5 super tall towers existing, and with more than 10 other such buildings under construction or proposed. The city will remain as the city with most super tall towers in Southeast Asia. A new skyscraper on the KL skyline will officially be Malaysia's tallest building, and the world's second highest, right after the Burj Khalifa. Kuala Lumpur is more modern than New York, but does that only make it better? Both cities have their own set of charms that many would find appealing. KL is stunningly beautiful. Hate the crowded tourist areas. Want to see the Statue of Liberty in NYC? Forget it. Modern concert hall, Sunrise Tower, KL Menara serve the views stunning enough to make us gasp in awe. NYC has a diverse variety of restaurants, from local dives to Michelin star options. Quintessential NYC dishes include NYC pizza, NYC hot dogs, bagels, and Chinese dim sum. But imagine combining Chinese chow fun with the aroma of Indian spices, topped with the native flair of Malay cuisine. Well, you got that in a single plate of kher kway teow. If your taste buds are yearning for Indian food, make your way to Jalan Dorazami. For Chinese street food, Jalan Alor is where food showcasing their specialties. While you're at it, don't forget to experience Malay food and culture in Kampong Bara. Name any city in the world apart from Kuala Lumpur where you can easily find 24-hour restaurants everywhere serving hot meals for around $1 or less. As Anthony Bourdain well said, Kuala Lumpur rises up out of the steamy, equatorial, Southeast Asian jungle, Malaysia's capital city. A chaotic, multi-ethnic, multicultural modern metropolis of Malay, Chinese, and Indian. We all love shopping. Shoppers can find a variety of stores in both Kuala Lumpur and New York City. The abundance of shops in New York City make it a world-class shopping destination. But people travel from around the world to go shopping in Kuala Lumpur. The city is filled with shopping malls, and a big appeal of shopping in this city is the very affordable prices. Some of the most popular shopping malls are Surya KLCC at the base of the Petronas Towers, as well as the malls in the Bukit Bintang or Jalan Imbi areas. A large green belt with wildlife areas, orchid and other gardens, the government's Parliament House, the National Museum of Malaysia, the Islamic Arts Museum Malaysia, and the National Planetarium can be found at Lake Gardens, which extends westward from the Klang River opposite the downtown city. Just northwest of the Golden Triangle is Bukit Nanas Forest Reserve, a tiny natural area. The National Theatre, National Library of Malaysia, and National Art Gallery are close by. At the confluence of the Klang and Gombak rivers in the city center, the Sultan Abdul Samad Building in Moorish style is one of the city's notable municipal structures. The National Sports Complex, which was built for the 1998 Commonwealth Games, is located just south of the city. Among its many sporting venues is the 100,000-seat National Stadium. In an interview, the Grammy-winning vocalist Dua Lipa from 2020, where she answered multiple questions on her then newly released album, Future Nostalgia. Nevertheless, the most burning question came from a fan who asked what was the most interesting place she's visited, to which Dua said Kuala Lumpur. "I haven't visited lots of places, but I really like Kuala Lumpur. I went to an amazing temple there that I absolutely loved," she said. Visitors in New York City can get around quickly with the extensive public transit system. The city has one of the largest subway systems in the world. But with a huge network, the transit system in Kuala Lumpur can get you around easily. The system is relatively easy to navigate with most signs in English. There are buses, a monorail, light rail transit, and commuter trains. Kuala Lumpur has well-developed transport networks and efficient trail links. The airports are connected to bus and train services, making travel to and from the city center efficient and easy. In Kuala Lumpur, it is never too late to dream a new dream. Kuala Lumpur has a lot to offer you. Definitely more than a mall we wouldn't even put in our top 5 if we were forced by Lucifer himself to rank these city-wide consumer frenzy abominations. And next time you're here to play a show, / get paid to make a celebrity appearance at a shop, step out of your comfort zone and go see other things. Recently, Shawn Mendes was spotted at breakfast thieves at Surya KLCC Mall when taking in the sights of Kuala Lumpur. Most of the top tourist attractions are easily accessible by bus or train and reasonably priced. To be honest, reasonable is quite an understatement. Traveling around Kuala Lumpur by public transport is fairly cheap. Not only in transportation, the average daily cost per person in Kuala Lumpur is $51, while the average daily cost in New York City is $238. These costs include accommodation, food, transportation, and entertainment. New York has been named the most expensive location in the world, owing to the strength of the US dollar and high inflation. These factors have also led to all other U.S. cities moving up in this year's rankings, with San Francisco now in 6th and Los Angeles entering the global top 20. The amount of money that's needed to pay for day-to-day expenses like housing and food varies greatly from city to city, and some cities, like New York City, are known as especially expensive places to live. Even mayoral hopeful Eric Adams is concerned about wealthy New Yorkers fleeing the city and tweeted about it and says, "A safer, cleaner city would help keep them here." Extremely friendly people. Due to the overly rich cultural background, Malaysians are more welcoming and genuinely open. A good level of English spoken in Kuala Lumpur and added to the people's friendliness, it is fairly easy to have a conversation with the locals. Language barrier is an important aspect to consider when you decide to travel. How will you meet new people? How will you shop? How will you get around? Worry not. Malaysia has the second highest English proficiency rate in Asia. Kuala Lumpur is a home for one big family. In this city, everyone is your family. You address the hawker as auntie, the barber as uncle. A stranger is your bro or sis. What makes Kuala Lumpur stand out from the other cities? Well, Kuala Lumpur is the melting pot of Asia. You got it all in one city. Kuala Lumpur offers all the glitz and modernity of Singapore without the tiresome rules and regulations. Its street life has all the enlivening buzz of Bangkok without the grime or occasional seediness. The local cuisines are on par with Jakarta's best without having to endure the extremely heavy traffic like in NYC to get them. Malaysia's capital and one of the world's most affordable major cities, Kuala Lumpur offers world-class, fast-paced city life to a large community of expats. It was also named the best city in the world for expats by Internation's Expat City ranking for 2022. If you crave luxury condos, fantastic shopping, hopping nightlife, and all the other attractions of an ultra-modern Asian city, KL is where it's at. Kuala Lumpur is the place to experience the amazing diversity and fusion of cultures, religions, landscapes, and foods. If you enjoyed today's video and found it interesting, then make sure to leave us a thumbs up, And do not forget to subscribe to our channel and click on the bell icon to be always updated with the most exciting content as soon as it's uploaded. Thanks for watching. See you again soon in another video.